Kia ora, haere mai. For you today we have sound and all the projects that Victoria talked about and we couldn't post. My name is Catherine, my pronouns are she, her, and we're filming from Otapoti.
Kia ora, my name is Victoria. You are coming to you, well, it won't be live, but from my house right now. Welcome. Otapoti, Dunedin, Porchamas.
We were laughing earlier because we're knackered and
It's only Monday.
I was like, oh, do you think we need to put lipstick on? She was like, well, definitely.
Yeah.
So we
Usually
made an
I'm like,
effort.
nah, we're fine, but I should have brushed my hair as well, looking
made
at
an
these wispy
effort.
bits.
I'm doing bun
Not bad.
because life.
Yeah.
And it's
Very
only,
nice fun.
pardon?
It's only Monday.
It's only Monday. We're filming on a Monday. This probably
Yeah.
will get posted on a Thursday, but we're filming on a Monday because life.
Yeah, so today is Monday the 5th of May?
6 maybe? I don't know.
Sometime around there. Start of May 2024.
Yeah, and my life got busy. 6th of May.
6th of May. Oh, it was close-ish. So, yes, as some of you may or may not be aware, we had major technical difficulties last time we tried to film, which was bang on the 2 weeks from our previous one.
I know, we were so proud.
We were so proud. We'd done it on Anzac Day and it was daylight and it was beautiful and
We were funny. We
Yeah.
were so funny.
you did. It was probably our best video ever. I don't even remember what it was. I can't even remember what I showed or talked about. So, you guys are in for a treat tonight.
A long one, but I did do an English video in between because I didn't want to be out of step with my Spanish one because it gets complicated.
Yeah.
Not as funny, but that's okay. Okay, so
Life. So, now I have to remember 3 weeks. I don't
no
really.
chance.
No. Okay, so I'm pretty sure since last time I spoke, I've had my 9-ish days of Maree Talbot class to continue on my casket.
Yeah,
Classes were fantastic. Maree is a wonderful tutor. If you ever get the chance to do one of her classes, highly recommend.
she's Australian.
She's
isn't she?
Australian, yeah. So she does a lot of tutoring in Australia, and this is the first time she's taught the casket class in New Zealand. She's actually got 2 running in parallel, with a second group going through. But
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
so that was great. My grandmother's not well at the moment, so a couple of impromptu trips up to Timaru/Waimate to visit and see how things are going. The mug says Green Dragon.
Can I just say, I was so pleased because I thought I'd found the only grown-up mug in Victoria's house, and it says the Green Dragon.
My friend bought that back from Hobbiton up in the North Island for me.
Whatever. Anyway, it's got hot water, so it's all good.
Work's been good, busy. I had a great last weekend where I did a jigsaw puzzle, I cleaned, and I got back into stitching because I was so focused on the Maree Talbot classes and meeting that deadline, and I was stitching after the Maree Talbot classes so I could finish the pieces that I was supposed to have done for that class. That I burnt myself out stitching wise, so I've spent a good 2.5 weeks where I just haven't wanted to stitch. I've been knackered and I've sort of just come home, crawled into bed and read a book. So
Even at the base level, your arms get tired.
yeah, well, I've given myself tennis elbow in both of my elbows.
I did that. I got carried away.
Yeah.
And that's why I ended up having that massage.
Oh,
at
did
the
that help?
Polytech. It did. Because it was a bit weird. There's going to be TMI. It was a bit weird because, it was lovely. It's through the Polytechnic, Otago Polytechnic, Te Pukenga. And I had gone because I did give myself tennis elbow, but also it was very sore here, in this part here.
Yeah.
But when I went to see the woman, I said, also because I do craft and knitting and stuff, I know that this bit gets really tight. So she massaged me all the way across and into my armpit and up. Well, I don't shave very often, so I was a little bit mortified. I'd washed. I'd had a shower.
You were clean.
I was clean. But, yeah, it did feel better. It was sore because clearly there were lots of knots here. And she did say that I should go back. She said, are you going to come back? And I said, yes. I mean, of course I want to go back because she's from Brazil. So it was très fantastique. She had Brazilian music playing in the background. It was great.
How long ago was this?
Kind of 3 weeks ago now.
Oh, good. So not too far away. Excellent.
Not too far away, but I can't really afford to do it now because I'm going to, money-wise, I'm going to Wellington. It's going to be expenny for Sophia's graduation. But also, just, if you don't spend the money, then it gets taken up with something else.
Yep.
So anyway, but
Yeah.
you should go for a massage. I'll send you the link.
That would be great.
Because it's via the student, so you get it's $45.
Oh, fantastic.
For an hour. Yeah,
Fantastic,
yeah,
yeah.
very good.
Yeah, I was talking to my sister who's a GP, and she was talking about these strap things that you put sort of around here. That supposedly means that your muscles down here do more of the work than the ones above. It gives them a chance to.
Oh, you want to get to not that point.
yeah, but it's So I've had a rest. My elbows are still sore, but I think I overdid it in that time leading up. Yeah. But I got them finished.
Which is what mattered in the end.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what about you? What have you been up to since you did your English video?
Too much social stuff. Really, if I do more than one social thing at the weekend, I'm knackered. So, because I'd already updated you in English, this weekend I went to the protest, I went for dinner with my friend, and then I had my reading group. That was Saturday. So that's a lot. The protest walk is not that much. It's probably 2 kilometers. But it's tiring.
And plus you've got to get into, so you're 40 minutes out?
Half an hour.
40 minutes. You've got to find a park.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. That's not the issue. Because what I do on Saturdays, I stay in bed pretty much until I have to leave to go to the protest.
Okay.
Just to look after myself. But then, meeting my friend for dinner, which was lovely. We had fettuccine, it was great. And lots of good chats. And then the reading group, which was also great. But yeah, it's just a bit knackering. So I did that on Saturday, and on Sunday I had like work social meal with like people above me, which is a bit stressful for me. But Martin was with me. I am less ridiculous when Martin's around.
You can see a good calming influence
I'm
on
less
you.
nervous.
Yeah.
Because I can just kind of recede into the background, and he just chats.
Martin is an amazing communicator. He's so
He's just
social and
relaxed.
bubbly.
He's just relaxed around people.
And he's interesting, which is great.
And he doesn't do the navel gazing. Oh, did they find me interesting? Did they think I'm boring? Was I too loud? Did I say the wrong thing? Did I eat the wrong thing?
You don't wake up 2 years later thinking, I shouldn't have said that at that dinner party in 1996.
In fact, they got talking about some random subjects. I was like, you two need to go and wash up. This is not on. But we had a lovely time. But then I got home. We got home about 4. We actually got home later than we thought. And then I just got into bed. I was knackered.
Yeah.
So, all good things. In my reading group, we read the novel by Elif Shafak, The Island of Missing Trees, which wasn't as good as the previous one. So, but it was good discussions. Sometimes in a reading group, when everybody loves the book, it's not a good evening for discussing books, because everybody goes like, I loved it. But it's when you don't like the book, or you have problems with certain parts of it, it really generates conversation. Yeah. So it was really good.
Or bits that I find sometimes when you're reading a book, you find a bit that's challenging for you, or you don't like the way that the character dealt with something. I always like having conversations around that sort of.
So we did that, but it did mean that we went home late. But it was all good. And apart from that, my youngest, Christina's turning 22 this week. So she's coming to dinner on Wednesday, because unfortunately I have been invited to be in a discussion panel talking about sustainability. And we're going to be watching short documentaries, and then there's an intermission, and that's when the panel will discuss about things you can do so that you don't feel like there is no point because everything is lost. So I'm doing that with a friend, and there's going to be 2 other people, but that's on Thursday, so we can't have dinner. So I asked beforehand. I said, would you mind? And she said, no, that's fine. So again, busy Wednesday, Thursday. But busy Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we're flying to Wellington on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, my week this week's crazy, not crazy like that, but filming tonight, which is Monday. I've got another sewing group I catch up with on Wednesday, and then on Friday I'm doing the jigsaw puzzles. So I'm very busy.
It's not at your house, is it?
The jigsaw is at my house this week.
Oh, that's
so my friend
good.
and I, we alternate. She lives just over the hill.
That's fantastic. If you can take it in turns,
it's great.
That's a good. So you've got 2 people to clean your house for now.
I know. I thought Catherine was coming at 7 o'clock tonight and not 5:30. My bad. And Catherine was like, oh, XYZ, I won't have tea. We'll just get some chips when I arrive. I'm like, sure. What time are you arriving? She said 5:30, and I was like, shit. My house is not guests arriving at 5:30 clean.
It never.
It's guests arriving at 7 o'clock, where I get home at 5:30 clean.
And I'm not bothered.
No,
whatever.
No.
Anyway, so you've got a ton of things to show.
Well-
I've just got a few because I haven't made a ton of progress.
That's okay. So, finished objects. Not fully.
Drum roll.
Oh, I should. Actually, I've made progress. So, one of my little crafty
Doodas.
is this box. So, this box I got at $1-2-3 shop.
Did you get those with me ages ago?
No, this was different. I got this in Mosgiel a week
okay.
ago. But yes, some of the ones we did get ages ago. They're in my craft/drunk room. Because to store these Maree Talbot panels, they had talked about getting archival boxes, which are all acid-free and expensive. I think we were looking, and so I think it was going to cost $60 to $80. And I was just like, I just don't want to be spending $60 or $80 on a box. So what I have done, and it probably is not as good, and there's probably issues with it, but I'm comfortable with this, is I have lined this box with acid-free tissue paper. So it was just done with sellotape and the big pieces of tissue that I had, because I've got a whole pile of acid-free tissue. So this is my temporary archival box.
I think this is good enough. From all the videos that I watched, I think this is good enough for a woman at home doing craft.
Yeah. And, okay, so first one. Door panel 1. Bunny. Effing bunny is done.
Dun, dun, dun.
Done. Look. Beads are done. It's quite 3D once you look at
The tail is very 3D.
the tail is very... So the tail will be trimmed down a bit more, but I'll do it after I've washed and blocked it and possibly even mounted it into
Do you have to wash it?
These things get washed and blocked.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah. I am very happy with how this has turned out. I think they're pretty cute.
I think it is very beautiful. But my favourite is the next one.
The next one?
Yeah.
So that's one. So, Maree Talbot classes started on a Saturday, and on the Thursday was a guild meeting, and they had asked that everyone bring their panels and things to the guild meeting on the Thursday, so that the other people of the guild can see how far we've come. So initially I was aiming to have both of these panels finished by the Saturday that Maree arrived, but because unexpected, life happened, it just didn't work that way.
Yeah.
So I was doing classes, which went from 9 till 4, coming home and then working on these panels to finish them. So I was doing massive stitching. And the second one, dun, 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 dun,
I love the grapes.
bird with the grapes. See, the grapes are...
The purple testicles.
They do. And when I was making them, they look like sperm because there's a little ball on this long tail. But look, it's finished. So these are the front panel doors to the casket. They will open like that.
Quite big doors, really.
They are, and there probably goes like that. Oh, they're so the size, once this is blocked and put on, it'll only be like a small perimeter around.
No, I know, but that's what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
And that is a big door.
It's quite a big box. Quite a big casket. Anyway, so it's finished.
Great.
So I feel so pleased.
Triumphant.
And I feel really enthusiastic for the next panels. I'm really wanting to keep on top of this so it doesn't become something that's just a massive mission that I probably never get done. I figure if I can keep up with the classes,
Yes.
it'll all get done.
Whilst intermingling it with your home project.
Yes, exactly. Home Sweet Home, and I've got
Yeah.
quite a few other projects I want to bring up. So, have I got that?
And in the last video that we couldn't keep on the channel, we were talking about how far you've come from someone that didn't feel that they could do embroidery.
Exactly. So I started recording my projects. This here is my project book that some of our longer viewers will know about. So what I do is every project I start, I make a note, and in it I've got the fabric, the pattern, where I got it from, what threads I'm using, when I start, when I finished. So this is February 2021. I was all about cross stitch. And it's what I was doing. This is when you and I kicked off this.
And that's what you've done all your life.
Yeah, because I've done cross stitch, since a young teenager. And I started my first embroidery, so using other stitches. I'd only ever done cross stitch and half stitch and back stitch, associated with cross stitch. Started in... I don't know, people may or may not find this interesting. Where is it? You can tell it's super organised and I know where everything is.
Try not to go fast because it just takes longer.
It just takes longer,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, who cares? It was probably 2002. There's quite a few projects in here that I'd forgotten about. There we are. 7th of May 2002
Oh my
is when we
God.
started Home Sweet Home.
So
that
that's
was-
the 7th of May tomorrow.
2 years exactly. So I'm so proud of myself for doing these, and
Yeah, and
it's great.
You know, trusting that you would get there.
Yeah.
As well.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so those
beautiful.
are my fully finished.
Very
not
good.
Finished. I don't know. They won't be fully finished. They're washed,
But they're
blocked and mounted.
they count as a finish, even
They
though they're
do.
part of a project, because they're like a section of a project.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
So I'm thrilled.
Great.
I got stars in my book for that.
Very good. I don't have any finishes,
That's
so how about you start with your next work in progress? Because I only have 3 cross stitch, I believe. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that would be an idea. Except,
Okay.
do you
shall I
want to do your
start?
whip? And I'm going to quickly go to the other room and get them because I
cool.
left a bag hanging behind the door.
All right. So, it's only been kind of a week. I actually don't know exactly how long it's been, but remember that in between I have done filming. So, I've got a new project bag. So, as you all know, I go to the pro-Palestine, pro-peace protests, and because I've been supporting other things, I didn't feel I had the money to buy this, so I bought myself a keffiyeh so that I can wear it in my normal life. And I also bought myself this bag, which has a chest piece from a dress of a Palestinian embroidery style. So I thought, because this project really has come about because I'm now using waste canvas, I thought, oh, I'll use this new bag. It's a very beautiful bag, actually, really good quality. So this is my pocket. I've started making my pocket.
Fantastic.
So this is an old shirt that Martin had. It was getting a little bit too tight for him. I bought it secondhand. And then the neck and the edges of the shirt were going, and to be honest, it was hard to do up the buttons. So he said, you can have it now. So I've got the waist canvas. I followed, I think her channel is called K3N and something else. She's a British maker, British artist, textile maker, but she lives in France. So she's got a channel. There's loads of places. In fact, I'd watched her episode, but there's also the V&A also have a tutorial on how to do it based on the pockets that they have in the collection. The V&A being the Victoria and Albert Museum in England. So anyway, I've started, and what I decided to do was start out with this pattern. So I bought this because I just like those bitty things. It's called Oh Christmas Tree. I was never going to embroider a Christmas tree. It was always going to be something else. I was thinking of making a circle and not having the pot, like not making it look like it was a tree, just a circle of motifs. But they're so cute, I thought it would look really good here. So I'm just picking out motifs. And as long as I leave a centimetre on each end, on each edge all around for the binding, I'll just fill it up with embroidery. So I'm very excited. I've done 2 motifs. Have I finished that one? Yes. I finished 2, plus I finished this one here.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm really happy. She lines her, so I think I will line mine. But this is the back piece. But I think I will line them, and it'll be a nice opportunity to use beautiful floral fabrics. I have a few. And also, I'm not obsessed, right? But look at my floss drop. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a sleeve of something, and they've done French knots. I just love this.
It's gorgeous.
I'm so in love with my floss drops. Martin was like really questioning our marriage because I became so obsessed, and then I show him at night, and he's like, "You can show me 3," and I'm like, "And then number 28, number 30."
He's a lucky man.
Isn't he? So anyway, this all lives together in the beautiful bag.
It is a beautiful bag. No, I missed where you got said bag.
Also, this is from the protest. So this is fundraising to support Palestinian families to escape Gaza. And the escape route is via Egypt, but it costs a lot of money. $2,500 to get a child out of Gaza, $5,000 to get an adult out of Gaza. And then, of course, you know, helping them survive in Egypt. And also, you know, food and all that sort of thing. So I think the bag was $15, which, I mean, I've never bought a tote bag, so I don't know how much they cost, but this is really good cotton.
Yeah, so someone who has bought tote bags, I think standard retail price for example, licensed ones in EB Games would be $25. I always get them on special.
What's EB Games?
EB Games, I don't know, but it's where I buy all my like my Harry Potter ones and my.
Oh, okay, I wouldn't do that. That's why I don't buy tote bags.
Star Wars ones.
Yeah, see, I don't buy stuff like that, so I don't know about
Yeah, so
that
I'm thinking,
world.
you know, price comparison, $15 I think is really good.
Yeah, and it's all, you know, it's mostly
And it's
going to
going
charity.
to a good cause. And
Yeah, and my keffiyeh, I think the keffiyeh was $30, so I'm happy with that. I'm very happy. So that's one project, and I'm very excited about it. It's probably going to become my next obsession because I really would like to have it. That's kind of my goal.
Excellent. It's all right, they're making noises. So,
That's right. I will continue with my hot drink.
what I did in the Maree Talbot classes.
I love this. This is where we got talking about genealogy and family trees.
That's right.
'Cause
Yeah,
I
you
love
really
your
did
tree.
miss a banger of an episode.
Nah.
So this panel here is the inside of the lid of the casket. And it's got some beautiful, I think they're Tudor roses down the side, and then this lovely tree of life in the middle, and some gold work borders. And I made fantastic progress on this. You will not believe it when I show you.
You being ironic.
Yep. Look, I did
Ta-da!
that whole satin square right there.
Where is the satin square? I
Right
can't
there.
see.
Satin stitch.
Oh, the bottom.
Right there, look, this wee little red thing. Beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous.
Very abstract. You're such a
Isn't it
contemporary
lovely?
artist.
I know. But I made great progress on the
Oh, you need
on
to
the
practice
sample
ones,
piece.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which you don't seem to
So-
mind.
Sorry, the light's a bit
The
bright.
very idea that you're going to do something twice just makes my soul shrivel up and
This
die.
is beautiful.
It is beautiful, but I
Look
admire
at this
your patience.
Yeah, ladder stitch in gold. Man, I'm good. It's so. There we go.
I was watching someone, and apparently you can generate like emojis and things. So if only we knew how to do that. You could have said, when you said "I'm so good," you could have had flames coming out.
Nice. Is it voice
pretend.
activated?
No, it's gesture activated.
We
it's-
totally have to
She's
do
not.
that.
She's happy. She's not happy to have them because sometimes it activates the wrong thing.
That would be quite funny. So there's a plaited braid stitch to go along these sides. But it was
I
cool.
love the color contrast actually with the red as well.
It's just gorgeous. I like, this is one of my favourite samples that we've done. So that's very promising.
Very good.
And I might as well show the rest. So the side panels
Don't drop them.
and
She's got a very tidy folder.
I know I tidied it up on Saturday. I had a really good clean out and I added some extra pages into my clear file. So these are the side panels, and so there's two of them. They're basically identical, and this is the back panel with the big peacock in it. And the scrolls are very similar. They've got a lot of the same flowers. The back panel has pea pods that the side panel doesn't have, and
Nice.
the side panel has honeysuckle, which the back panels doesn't have. But otherwise, it's all very similar.
I do like a pea pod.
Love a pea pod with peas in it. Look, it's got peas in it.
It has.
Actual wee peas,
Gorgeous.
which are like done like the grapes, but they're even smaller.
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure it's the grapes that gave me the tennis elbow. Because it was all this.
Yeah, because you were trying to do 3,000 in
Yeah.
4 days.
Yes,
Now,
I
you have
was.
to pace yourself.
Yeah. So the idea is that or the way that it was suggested that we stitch it is that we do all of the same elements at the same time so that our tension stays the same, and if we do them at the same time you're remembering how to do the stitch the same. So for example, you would do the Tudor rose on the front panels and on the side panels at the same time. So they will come to be finished at this. Basically you'll get 2 side panels and the back panel finished at the same time. And you do all of the silk embroidery, and then you do the gold scrolls last. So,
And how long have you got to do this?
so Maree is coming in November. I would like to have the entire inside panel done, and I want all of the embroidery, barring the gold scrolls, done on these. I think that would be a good
And
target
you know all
to
the
have.
stitches already?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And how much progress did we make? We did not start the side panels, but we did start the peacock.
Peacock.
See, I've got the start of a pea pod going up here,
Very cute.
and then a wee peacock going down
Is that
there.
a pear?
That is the bottom petal of a pansy.
Nice.
So that's the bottom petal of a pansy. That's my pea pod. Here are my peacock feathers, and there's my peacock.
Very good.
She's looking beautiful.
Gorgeous colour. Oh my lord.
She's the peacock colours are gorgeous.
Amazing.
These are in gumnut silks. Oh, gumnut stars, beautiful.
Is this the Australian company?
Yes, yes. And so, I told you I had a wee organisational time on Sunday. I have gone through and listed all of the flowers and the elements on those sides and back scrolls, and how many I have to do. So each little box represents one of those things.
You
So,
basically created your own Excel sheet, but it's analog.
so for example, my lily, I have got 2, 4, 6. I've got 7 lilies to stitch, and I've got a buttload of spiky leaves and a fair buttload of smooth leaves. It goes for 2 pages. Oh, I was so jazzed when I did that.
This is what passes us excitement. Very good. Cool, very good.
So that's where they are at the moment. I haven't touched them since class 2 weeks ago.
You needed a break.
I did.
You absolutely
I did.
needed a break. And actually, even if you didn't need a break, it's good to have what do you call it? You know, like sorbet between main courses. A
palette cleanser.
A palette cleanser, yeah, absolutely.
The cat is
Isn't it a
going to jump on
beautiful
you.
bag?
Sorry, I'm watching my cat who's sitting down near
Yeah, the
me,
cat
collecting
came
stuff.
round and it was like, well, don't come to me. I'm not bothered about cats. Can you see something exciting in my bag? Is that
She
what it
doesn't
is?
piece on anything.
Okay, will Victoria this time around notice the gaps? Will she go? Because last time it was very funny because I was like, and before I'd finished my sentence, Victoria, let me know if you see any gaps that need to be filled in. She went there. And actually Kate commented and
But
she
I
said,
waited.
No, you didn't. I hadn't finished my sentence.
I waited until you said Victoria because I saw them and I said nothing.
I hadn't finished my sentence.
She had mostly finished it.
But
I could preempt what she was
meant.
saying.
She knew what I meant. And I did want her help. But Kate said, I have to say, I would have done the same as Victoria.
Oh, it's looking so good. Oh, let me have a look.
Judge away. Go on.
Catherine, I think you've filled it.
So the filling I did is I put this little cherry situation.
Yeah.
On, where is it? I've lost it.
There. There. Is that it?
Yes. I put this cherry situation there. And then I
And you
put
put a
these
couple of wee,
crosses willy-nilly. I put some on this side, but I also put some on this side.
It looks fantastic.
For wonky balance.
Yeah.
I am so in love with this. And I love all the colour.
Well done. Clicks for you. It's fantastic.
Yeah, love it. That's all the progress I made. But at least the top is what I consider to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now on
Beautiful.
to the bottom. Yeah. And you know, I know everybody worries about placement and all this, and you know, everybody has a different aesthetic. But the bottom line is, if you didn't know this pattern, or if you hadn't made it, and I just showed it to you complete, you wouldn't go, oh, it's not symmetrical. You wouldn't. You would just go, oh, pretty.
No. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
So I'm super pleased with it. And this was on a 36 count that I dyed with New Zealand flags. So,
Good job.
very happy with it. And so this is going to stay in the rotation because I'm just really enjoying it and I would like to get it finished.
So my next one, which I only did like a row of, but you're going to see anyway because it is gorgeous. And you guys all must be having withdrawal because I haven't shown it in a
Hang
while.
on, before I show it, I have to show these off again. Are we obsessed? We are obsessed. Nita says she loves a still life. We do all love a still life. Vote, should I buy a still life for my birthday? It's coming up. Should I be thrifty and not buy a still life painting? Or should I buy a still life painting for my significant 52nd birthday?
Well, I think you should, but I think first you have to find it, and then before you pay for it, you have to find space on your wall where you would put it.
I have so much space, Victoria. My house is, I know not for you, but for me, the house is half empty still. Tons of space, but look at this, still life. Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Anyway, I've tidied up, I've finished tidying up all those threads, all that bundle that you gave me.
Good job.
All the shitty cardboard
yeah.
bits. Yeah, I'm super happy. Anyway, go on.
So this is pub. You will all have been going to withdrawal because I haven't touched it in days.
You had last time, you had done a little bit, although maybe that's the bit where
Yeah, but last time, this is what I'm showing you. I
Where
did
it
literally
failed.
like 10 stitches in it, but you're going to see it because I did some more green. But every time I bring it out, I'm like, oh, I've done more than I thought.
Great.
It's great. Looking forward to it. I'd like to get some real progress done on that this year.
Well, maybe you need to do an analog spreadsheet. Those little challenges that people do help.
I'm a list ticker offer. I love colouring things in and cross all shivers.
But I
crossing
also
things off
think
a list.
we're also probably at capacity as far as what we squeeze out of our free time.
And I thought particularly for those panels, the reason I did it is because looking at them straight on, they can be a bit overwhelming. And I feel much more organised now. I know exactly. I've got a list of everything I need to do.
And even if you said, okay, imagine, right? If it takes me 3 days to do one thing, at least you have an idea of how long the whole thing's going to take you.
Exactly.
And then you're not panicking. You're like, well, I've noticed that realistically it will take me 6 months.
Yeah.
So that, you know, I am human. You know, I can only be human about it. Okay, so this is to challenge you, Victoria.
Oh, yeah, we're getting into May, Catherine.
Yeah, but so much fudging. So this is, so I'm trying to complete this one for Maree. So this is, what's it called? Winter in My Garden. I love it, apart from a few exceptions. So I've made her darker skinned, so more olive skin like me. I've changed her clothing colours.
You haven't really. You've just flicked them. So she had a pinky burgundy.
Oh, maybe I have sort of flicked
You've
it.
sort of...
No, you're right. So mustard skirt, because, you know, at my age, mustard is what it's all about. And maroon sort of top jackety thing.
Beautiful. I love the variation you've got in her hair.
This is like 3 or 4 days, this filling of the skirt. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I am not sure. The garden plans, they're a little bit bourgeoisie.
You could make it a newspaper or...
I thought about newspaper, and I thought, no, I think what I'll do is I'll just do a veggie plot on it.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit more about my life. I think having box hedging was probably more my life growing up. And I'm more of a veggie plotter now, or a wild cottage garden sort of person. None of this box. Is it called a parterre?
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you know, I don't have a team of staff sorting out, and I'm not Monty Don. Like, so I'm thinking about it, but I'm gonna do that bit last. I'm super happy with it.
It's beautiful.
I love it. It's hard work, but if you want to look at it closely, so much fudging. Can you tell though?
No, she's beautiful.
Yeah, you can't tell at the I mean, once you finish, you're like this. You can tell then, but after you can't tell. So much fudging. Some lines are 3 deep because something's happened and one didn't complete the line and it was just a little thin thing because this is dress linen. It's not embroidery linen. Anyway, I dyed it myself, so I'm very happy with it. Yeah. So it's a 46 equivalent. I've counted, but some of them are so thin.
Are you doing it under a magnifier or just your normal glasses?
My +4 glasses with good light. I have to have like directed, very bright light. And every time Martin comes in and goes, "Do you need the light?" Because we have a solar house, so we're always not wasting energy. But it's like, are you want to ask me every time I do this project? God.
Oh, you just get a wee flashcard. Yes. Yes, I do. So my final, this is what I have come back on to stitching with, is I got out on Sunday my autumn toadstool, which was my March 2024 oats class.
Nice.
And I didn't do an awful lot because I did all that wonderful organisation I've shown you previously.
I've just realised I said autopoti, and we're in Koputai. Autopoti, which is what the Odes is Dunedin.
Yeah.
We're in Port Chalmers, which is Koputai.
So it's hard to see, but right around here, I am doing my last colour around the perimeter of the mushroom top.
Which you can't quite make out.
Because it's red on red, but
Yeah.
you can sort of see the line around there. It's quite smooth, and then around here it gets a bit jagged because I only did sort of blocked that bit in. But it was nice to get things going again.
Is that linen again?
It's just cotton.
Gorgeous. This is satin stitch, isn't it?
Yeah. Or long and short satiny, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it all correctly, as it were. I'm just sort of jabbing it.
Do you know when we went to that class, and I was really enjoying my alliums,
Yes.
and then we went to that class. That class took the joy out of allium embroidery.
That was very much stitching it properly so that the long and short stacked up next to each other,
Yeah,
as opposed to filling it in and going back and down and filling the gaps. And
Just doing your own thing. I think I'm more of a doing your own thing, and it just crushed every bit of creativity in me. But I've been thinking about my alliums. I think I might get them out again.
Excellent.
I know.
That's
Just continue
great.
doing my own thing, not trying to do what she was saying.
That's great.
Which is funny because she's such a, I'm not saying her name because I'm not dissing, but she comes across as such a wild spirit. But of course she was taught in that very rule-based way. So anyway, I am thinking of bringing it back out.
Good.
Cool. So,
That's all my whips.
oh, okay. So I have whips, but they are non-stitch related, non-cross stitch.
I think we all know that we've gone past that. Ooh.
So
I saw Fiona's one, who wore one. It's phenomenal.
I know, so beautiful. She did.
Little Red Hoop on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, so what I did was last time I got carried away, and this holder was like this thick, this deep. There was no need, so I trimmed it, and also I put little ears as well. So
It doesn't go.
so it now hangs better. And this is still
Beautiful.
too high, but it doesn't matter. The little ones take care of it. But I also did the wool one. And I think I was talking to Fiona about it, and she didn't think that I needed to bind it anymore. But anyway, I gave it little ears.
I love the turquoise aqua.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
2 little ears. And I also put my initials, so CB 2024. And I'm happy with it as it is. I might later on attempt a running stitch in this same burgundy sort of colour on these 3 sides. But I'll see. I actually think Fiona's right, and I think this just works
It's just
now.
gorgeous. Can we try and hang all 4 in the...
Yes,
Do you
I
mind
am.
if...
Yeah,
are you
but
happy to do it?
Yeah, but I don't
She's
want to...
not pleased and I'm just grabbing and pulling.
No.
things.
It's just that I don't have an end secured. I don't want them to fall out.
Ah.
So I'm just trying to find the end. I am all about showing it.
Great.
There it is. I found it. Okay, so this is the last one. So which would have been the first one? This was the second one, I think. Which was the first one?
This one was the first one, your little fireplace. Wasn't it? That one?
Is that fireplace?
I'm sorry, I'm getting this confused with log cabin because you've used
It's
similar
not,
colours.
it's not a log cabin.
No, I know, but you've used these colours in a log cabin quilt.
Oh yeah, that's quite a traditional colour
Yeah.
combo with the red. Okay, so let's push them together.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Let's start from the beginning, from your end.
Okay, we'll travel it back this way.
So, and I will do a Flosstube extra. So this is an ode to G's Bend, and this was supposed to be piecing and patchwork. So I played with curves, and they're all naturally dyed fabrics. This is my Gaza Thobe chest piece. This is my ode to Harriet Powers, and this was wool, and this is dyed with Harakeke, New Zealand flax as well, this back bit.
It's beautiful.
I love them all, but Fiona did point out that they're getting bigger, so for the next one I have to
Okay,
bring it back down. But yeah, so what I plan to do is I plan to knot it in between each flag. So
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So I'm super happy with this, and it takes me a little while. I don't know, I feel I always have to let things marinate, so I can't just finish something and I'm like jump onto that, because actually we're not following patterns. It's all coming from our imagination. You can't. It's not imagination on demand. You have to let things marinate. So we've both found that you know, we've both our new prompt is it wasn't so much a prompt as an exercise. So I cut out 5 by 5 pieces of 5 inches by 5 inches of our men's shirts fabrics, because we both buy secondhand, and she raids her husband's wardrobe. I buy them secondhand, and I think she buys them secondhand as well, maybe, I don't know, whatever. But we have secondhand shirts, and so we posted them to each other. It was so much fun to get nice mail.
Nice.
And she wrote me a beautiful card, because the other people are good at that.
Did you write a beautiful card in yours?
I did a postcard. It wasn't a beautiful card, but I did my best. You know,
letting the side down. I hate doing cards. I hate anything that I've got to write messages in. It's
oh no, I like that. It's more like my brain works too fast, and then I just move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
But I think I did okay as a Flosstuber, because I did. I put a little treat in it.
Good job.
Yeah, because I always feel that other people are very thoughtful and I'm not. And Fiona's super lovely, and she's been very generous, gifting me things and stuff like that. So anyway, it was fun for her to get post, and it was fun for me to get post.
Excellent. I can't wait to see what you do.
So we don't have a prompt. So we, in fact, now that we've talked about it, I'll show you the fabrics that she has sent me. So her husband does buy fancy shirts.
Oh, I do love them.
You can't really see them, but like I love this is a floral.
That's beautiful.
And this one has got this little design, but it's actually just as interesting on the back, because I could use both sides. And then this one, again, you could use both sides. You could use both sides. It's got like a different weave sort of effect on the back. And this one, I'm not sure you can see, but it's like a botanical print on it.
It's almost like embossed.
Yeah, it's like they've just printed it in white. And then a polka dot one. So I think I can do stuff with it. And you can incorporate other fabrics as well.
Beautiful.
And the creative juices have been flowing a little bit.
I love how they're all on the same, I love they're all blue. I think that's cool.
Yeah. I didn't do that for her. I just gave her everything but blue, because I was like, I know she has a lot of blue. And I ended up with a bit of red, because I made a mistake and I bought red shirts. And Martin was like, no, because his arch enemy football team is red. And we've only been married 32 years when I found out that he wouldn't wear red.
Because of his arch enemy.
So funny.
Oh.
Anyway, so it's fun.
Excellent.
We're having so much fun doing this. It's great. So that's that. You don't have anything else to show?
No.
Okay, so just to show you that I'm working on this, but I'm trying not to work on it at home. I'm just making myself some fingerless gloves.
Beautiful.
For the winter, because I'm perimenopausal, so you never know when I'm going to be cold. So then if I have these in my glove compartment in the car, when they're done, then, you know, I've got options.
Are you doing a cord on the back? Oh, you are too. Beautiful.
A cable. Yeah, it's got just a simple four cables.
Beautiful.
Across. And this is New Zealand yarn, and it has some alpaca in it, which I'm not very good with. I am kind of allergic, but I can knit with alpaca. What I can't do is spin alpaca, because then I look very blotchy, and Martin kind of doesn't want to hang out with me. So that's good progress. And then, in fact, you can probably answer me this question. And then I did at the moment, because it's winter, we can't really charge the car a lot at home. We charge it a little bit, but invariably I have to charge it in town. So I have like charging time.
So you've got a charging project.
Oh. So I've made quite a bit of progress with this. This is my postage stamp quilt.
What size is it going to be overall? I know you've told me this, I just can't remember.
It's supposed to be a Moses basket.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
However,
Catherine, it's beautiful.
as I'm putting it together, it is quite obvious that what I thought was a Moses basket size is not. So I've only got this. So I think I'm going to basically have to cut the same amount of fabrics again.
No, that's Moses, but that's what I would have said was Moses.
No, this is a
basket
dolly size.
But the Moses baskets are just little, aren't they?
No. It'll be double this size. It needs to be a little bit wider, so I think it needs to be 4 wide and quite a bit longer.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, so I am very happy with how it's turning out though. But of course now, you know, it becomes a little bit more complicated when you have to find the time to cut the fabric.
Yeah. It seems a lot less fiddly than the paper piecing hexie quilt you did, because you had to hexie it all together first and then...
It's not, none of this is tricky or fiddly.
No,
This is
but it just,
different.
yeah, different.
I'm really tempted to start another, not a hexie quilt, but a tumbling blocks one with paper piecing. I think I'm gonna have to.
Do you need another queen size quilt?
I don't, but it will look good though.
It'd look good.
So I think I probably will do that.
You do need a nice quilt for the caravan. So you
Camper.
you could shift things around a bit and move one of your older ones into the camper.
I don't know. I mean, come on, it'll take me about 6 years to do a tumbling block king.
No, it won't. Oh.
No, I'll do queen because it'll be queen. Because everything takes time. So I have got a question related to all of this, because this is where my friend's quilt sits now. So I have sewn into blocks all the fabric that I had ready. So I now have, it's either 10 or 7 blocks that I still have to cut. Like I've cut them, I just have to trim them down to size, because I cut them roughly and then I trim them down. So this is the top,
Beautiful.
this is the middle, this is the end.
Gorgeous.
I can only do the trimming 1 block at a time because it hurts my wrist. Now I haven't brought my cutter because I did ask Quilty Sue at the Stitch Witches shop if I could take a photo of her cutter. We have the same rotary cutter. Said, have I replaced my blade badly? And she said, you have to check, because the thing either goes like a bowl or like a mountain, a little washer that goes inside. So I took a photo of it. Mine was inside out. I actually don't think that makes a difference, but I've changed it to what hers was. I want to ask you if this could be the problem. I mean, maybe the problem's age. I cut with my rotary cutter and I have a sore wrist.
Yeah.
So I can't do my 10 in one go. No way. No,
Yeah.
I'd be sore. So is the problem my mat? This is what it looks like. It's a bit gunky now.
And how fresh is the blade on your rotary cutter? Is it just dull that you just having to put too much pressure on to get through the fabric?
Well, I don't know, but when I saw Sue, it was like butter.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was struggling with my blade, so I thought it needs to be a fresh blade. So I swapped it and I still had the same trouble.
I have a fairly new one, which I'm happy to lend you. To see if it makes any
compare.
difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're a quilter, would you replace your mat? I mean, this is the worst bit. Is that part of the problem? Should I work here? I mean, I could, but I do use the inches against my ruler. I'm not using this bit because it's what do you call it? Not imperial, but metric. So anyway, I don't have quilty friends. That I know Fiona. Let me know. So I'm doing it slowly. So my poor hubby, like, it's just on the dining room table, and I didn't do one today. But I'm excited because I'm kind of on the home stretch.
It's exciting.
I can quite easily do 5 blocks if I'm charging my car. It's amazing how quickly you do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that. And because if you get bored, you can switch me off. You totally can switch me off. This was the card that Fiona sent me. I'm not going to open it, but isn't it pretty?
Beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Very lovely. Proper card.
The iris is on the front.
I don't think it's an iris. And it tells you what it is. You've got youthful eyes. What does it say?
Delphinium.
Yes.
Blah, 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 blah. Delphinium. It's a delphinium.
Delphinium. This is what my sad life is.
This is what I laughed at when Catherine showed.
So this is my cardboard. Oh my god. So I told you I had been rummaging in like recycle bins because I didn't have cardboard at home. So I've got plenty now.
Do you want me to save you? Because
No, because someone gave me a ton of folders
good?
that they were going to get rid of. But then I had asked one of my team members if they ate cereal.
I was going to say, because I've got muesli boxes that I can...
Yeah. Well, that's what... And he said, no, we don't really do cereal, but he brought lots of boxes from the food that they eat. And I have to tell you, it's very interesting to have a rummage through people's rubbish. There's like food that I didn't know they made. It's very interesting. But anyway, so I do have some... So those are the cardboard bits. I've got loads. But I also have... I have repeats. I love them. Martin's like, oh my god, who have you become?
A non-consistency in sizes.
I love that.
It
I
drives
love that.
me crazy.
The thing is that I've got some pieces like that have one 10 centimetre strand. And I also didn't like your massive hole at the bottom, so I've just done it with a little hole.
Excellent.
But so this size, this is what she means by inconsistency in size, because we are really different humans, Victoria and I.
Look at the juxtaposition between that.
I love it. But I was, this is cheap fun. It's like,
Gotta love work printers.
I'm not owning up to anything. But, it's like the dating that I do with Martin. My idea of a date with Martin is that we walk up and down the street at night. Love it.
Lovely.
So anyway, I'm saving my treasures because they are treasures.
Whole envelope. Show them a whole little envelope of...
But you know what? I was trying to find the most special photo of India that I had. I couldn't find it. Of the washing line. And I suddenly thought, all of my India photos.
What an amazing way, because nobody prints anymore and puts them in albums.
No.
What an amazing way to, that's a phenomenal idea.
So I thought, my cutting and sticking has not ended.
Good job. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. So anyway.
Beautiful.
So the reason I'm going to do a Flosstube extra is to give you the option to not watch me go over these one at a time.
She'll do a short, or she'll go through 55,000 of them.
Yeah. No, it won't be a short because that's only 60 seconds. But I do store my...
You can do volumes. Volume 1.
I store my my flosses 3 different ways. But anyway, let me just show you this. This is something that upsets Victoria's sensibilities. Massive card, tiny bit of thread.
See, I don't mind the massive card with the tiny bit of thread. It's the massive card and the tiny card and the other tiny card and then the middle-sized card.
Is it all too much for you?
It's too much.
And that is why we're friends. Because
I'm a yang to your yang.
Yeah, because I'm never going to steal your uniform stuff.
No, well.
I can't close it. Have I closed it?
It's because you've overloaded it.
Be like that then. I have. Yay!
So, I don't normally show this because it's a bit boring, but I feel that this month
You totally show it. You totally show it.
I do show it. But I'm particularly proud of this month's one. So this is my book of days, which I haven't got much stitching. But look at these awesome stickers that I got on Temu.
Oh, stop it with the Temu thing. Bloody awful.
Look at the frogs.
Is it
this month.
Alice in Wonderland?
No, they're just frogs in Victorian get-up. It's awesome.
God. This is where I'm like, I don't understand. Why are we friends? But I think I'm the one that's out of step because the world seems to love
I know.
stickers.
I'm sure everyone else is judging you on your mismatched sized floss tube, floss
and
rings.
they're like, why don't you like stickers?
Yeah.
Don't like stickers.
So, plans for the next, who knows, hopefully 2 weeks. Catherine and I have been talking. We've given ourselves a bit of a kick in the bum. And we are going to really try and get better at being more consistent now. Things have eased up a bit because my guild meetings, which were on a Thursday, have now gone to Saturday, so in the winter, so we're not having to drop out one Thursday every month. So we are going to try and be a lot more regular.
Yeah.
As Catherine said, that we are filming this on a Monday, but we're not going to post it till Thursday. Or Friday. I think we're going to make Friday our posting day.
Thinking Thursday.
We'll work it out anyway.
Yeah. And we might go back to filming on Thursday anyway. It's just sometimes it's a bit difficult to juggle. But I'm very keen to get a bit more regular again, and I just feel like I've got more mental capacity, and I really enjoy the channel. So I'm probably a little bit more obsessed than. Don't forget, I've gone from a very involved mum to an empty nester, and I kind of feel like Sophia is in Auckland. She's got a full-time job. She's on her way to being a lawyer in a couple of months. You know, there is room in my life to expand into that space of like being very actively mummying. And Christina's back in Dunedin, and things are starting to work out for her. She's gone back to her basketball coaching, which she loves. She's just got to get a job now. And Martin's retired, so that makes a big difference because before there was a little period of time when we were both working. So it was like who had time to do something if one of the kids needed something. But now he's retired, and it's like, well, I have a job, so you run around. So he ran around for 2 days looking after her and taking her places and helping her buy a car.
And things got a little bit more difficult when you moved to Aquaiti, just because, I mean, literally she used to be 2 streets up. So it was easy to nip down at 7 o'clock and film for an hour or whatever. So we're going to try and get more back on to it.
More regular, but also,
But if you've got any suggestions of things that you'd like to see more of, or things that you'd like more of an explanation of,
if you want less sticker content, let us know.
Stickers.
Yeah, I get so much out of the relationships that I'm developing with people. I've made friends. I've made people. There's like 4 or 5 people that I describe as friends when I talk to someone. I was talking to my friend. And these are all people that started out as internet friends. Yeah. So it's been so enriching for me. So I want to continue to invest in this. Yeah. And Victor, my job is becoming a bit more intense, like your job already is. So we'll see how we go. But we're both really keen.
Yeah. But it's our aim. We really enjoy the channel. We get a lot out of it. Catherine does more so because she does all the admin stuff. I just turn up and talk about my stuff.
And stickers.
And I get to show everyone all the pretty things I bought. They haven't got any shopping for this one. You'll be very very surprised to know, but I did spend a boatload of money today booking my flights and accommodation and getting my tickets to the National Speed Jigsaw Racing Competition in July up in Auckland. So if anyone's going to be there, I'll see you there. So if you've got any suggestions for the channel, let us know.
Yeah.
We're going to try and be a little bit better too with descriptions below, because at the start we had some good descriptions, but then we just whatever. Life.
Anyway,
plans.
I almost lost one. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Plans. So I'm still continuing with the idea of finishing my Mirabilia in May. That's kind of a big goal for me. Focus on my pocket, but also continue the rotations. I'd love if the next time I film with Victoria, I have finished the blocks for my friend. Not having joined them into a quilt, but just having finished the blocks. That would be a big thing for me. And also if I've finished, I keep not prioritizing this, finish the backs for my other 2 quilts. Because my idea is that I can't start quilting my new quilt until I've sandwiched the other 2 quilts. That's the rule decided. Because once they're sandwiched, it's very easy to pick up and quilt for me. So, but yeah, I just probably have too many projects on the go. That's part of the problem. Whatever. Apart from that, I'm going to be in Wellington, so I need to make sure I have the projects that I can take with me. If you know of a particularly lovely place that I should... where are the good op shops in Wellington? Yeah, don't tell me about the craft shops because I probably don't want to spend a lot of money. But if you have a particularly good op shop in Wellington, please let me know. Priorities.
Excellent.
Yeah. What about you? What are your goals for this?
So
next
my goals
fortnight?
are, I would like to, for the next fortnight, I would like to have started and hopefully have finished the ladder stitch on this.
All around, or is it just the bottom?
All around, so there's a whole square that goes right around. It's quite time consuming. It's going to be a full day of stitching there somewhere. So it's the
Oh, I love the tree. I love the tree. I'm still sorry to say, but Amy suggested having roots in my family tree because then you can put either people or things that have been influential in your life.
beautiful.
So I thought that was a great idea. I think I'm going to plan it. I have to plan it because there's ideas coming through.
Did you talk about the fabulous idea that we had in the last video that you guys missed, where you were talking about having broken branches and things where family members have...
Well, you said broken branch. I'm not sure how I feel about a broken branch, but I like the idea of a branch on the ground.
Yeah.
I'm not calling it broken.
Not broken, but just...
But yeah, it was about how to incorporate things, and this is when Amy suggested the roots. So I like
That's
the
a
roots,
great
and I do
idea.
like the idea of a branch on the ground. But I think also I've come to terms with this idea that I can get started as long as my fabric is big enough. I can get started with my nuclear family.
Yeah.
Martin, Sophia, and Christina, making sure there is room for both their siblings from Martin's first marriage.
Yeah.
Also, I think I don't need to make two. Like, if anybody wants to fight over things, there'll be plenty to fight over.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't realise you were thinking of making two. Don't make two.
I was thinking of making mirror ones.
No. Make one, and then it could be in 2 years' time you have another idea about how you could have done it differently, and then you can make a second one then, if you were so inclined.
I did think I was going to do a short about this. I do think I'm going to make two hussivs, one for each girl.
Beautiful.
Because young people forget sometimes that they can change a button, or they can fix a button, or they can darn something. So my girls know how to sew. They know how to do everything, but they don't have the kit. So I'm going to make two hussivs for them to have in their new lives all the way from home.
That's great.
Yeah. So, right, okay, so you're going to finish a whole border?
Yep. I would like to get some more progress on my orphan toadstool.
And your pub, you said your pub.
And my pub, and I would like to get Mum's one out again. We did talk last time about I was going to do a thread a night. I haven't touched it, but I would like to get.
But you've now had your break.
I've had my break. Yesterday I could feel the stitchy mojo coming back, and I was like, great.
And how
is
your
I don't want
arm?
to. My arm is sore, but it doesn't hurt to stitch. It only hurts when I'm putting things away and using it in other places.
Are you massaging it? Because you can do this.
No, I'm not, but
Like,
I will.
yeah, I'll show you what the masseuse said to me.
Nice.
No, she said just massage yourself, and I knew how to do it, so I was doing it beforehand, and then she confirmed that I should continue with that.
Excellent.
Okay. Well, hope you're doing well. Hope you have a chance to do some stitching, and you're having time to yourselves, and you're having a good time.
Yeah.
And we shall see you soon.
Kaki day.